Hello, and welcome to episode 487 of Prog Review. And today, if you haven't read the title or description, or if you, I know, you're a bit daft, but if you're daft, how would you be able to operate a computer? Well, it's all buttons these days, isn't it? It's all just buttons and icons, so I reckon even my dog could operate a computer. But that's beside the point. I'm talking about Queen's Sheer Heart Attack, this one here. Do you remember this one? It's their third studio album. And it was released 8th of November 1974. And today, at the time of recording, because just in case you watch this in the future, when civilization has crumbled, and all that's left is YouTube, because that's probably what's going to happen, and semi-sentient video recorders, which will be making their own YouTube videos, it will eat itself. Culture will eat, YouTube culture will eat itself, and it'll just be recording each other, like an Ouroboros of video recorders standing in a circle jerk of semi-sentient video recorders from the future. This is the 5th of September 2016, and what is significant about this day? Well, it's 28 years since I first stepped out with the missus, but that's not the date. That's not what we're interested in. It would have been the 70th birthday of Freddie Mercury, the lead singer of Queen. That handsome chap there, and I still miss him. I still miss him. But on the other hand, who'd want a 70-year-old Freddie Mercury? Better to burn out than to fade away, I think someone sang once. So yeah, I thought I'd do a Queen album to celebrate this momentous day. To celebrate the life of Mr. Mercury and the band, for that matter. They're still carrying on. Good for them. So yeah, I'm trying to remember when I got this album many years ago when I was a wee sprout. I was, and because in those days I used to get things on cassette because I had a cassette player. The old boombox. It was the 80s. Boombox CDs weren't a thing. Well, they were a thing, but they weren't a big thing. So I guess I would have maybe been about, I don't know, 13, 14 when I got it. Maybe younger. God, it was a long time ago. I can't remember. But, I got these albums and I've listened to this. I listened to it just now, and like a fine wine, Sheer Heart Attack just gets better. And it brought back all those memories of being young and full of vim and vigour and piss and vinegar. And I'm still full of piss, but that's beside the point. And it just took me back. And the overriding thought is the variety of music, what you get on this album. And again, this is what I enjoyed back in the day when I was young, because I didn't have a lot of money. Nothing changes. But I'd have me £3.25 to buy this. I might have actually, I don't know if I bought this myself or got it for a birthday or something, I can't remember. But I treasured these albums. These albums were like, they were important. I treasured it, and I played them to death. Those early albums that you get are always, it's like your first love, isn't it? It's very important. And you hold on to them, and they mean so much because that's all you've got and it's all you can play. And so I played this one to death like all the other ones. But what I love about this one, and this one in particular, but it still translates to other Queen albums, but listening to it today, it is the variety, the sheer variety of music and musical styles on this record. And the diversity, that's it, diversity. I love that, because it wasn't like you just got one album. You got 13 albums, because every song was different. Every song was just, it's from a different place. It was from a different, Brighton Rock. Here we go. We're going to do this kind of musical, semi-operatic kind of thing, and with guitars, and then we're going to go off and we're going to do some pop with Killer Queen. Then we're going to do this kind of bluesy, tenement funster thing, and then we're going to do, and they're all over the place. From ballads, piano ballads to 1920s ukulele driven stuff with Bring Back Leroy Brown, and you've got the kind of punk of Stone Cold Crazy, the operatics again in the Lap of the Gods, Dear Friends, a great ballad. Misfire, John Deacon at his finest. I love that song. And they're all kind of short and sweet and peppy, and they zip by. And think about, you know, I've said this before, with prog rock, everyone goes on and goes, oh, it's 21 minutes, that means it's worth saying. No, bollocks. The real talent is to do something in 1 minute 50. That's how long Misfire is, but it's got a fucking tune, and you hum it, and it makes you feel good, and it propels you on your way. And that's the joy of these albums, you know. She Makes Me, Brian May doing his thing, and it being atmospheric, and it always scares the life out of me. That bit at the end when you got the tone and that breathing and the sounds of New York City behind him and the rain, and it sounds like he's taking his last breath, and that always used to put the willies up me. Still does. I listen to it on the vinyl, and oh god, the hairs on the back of my neck stood up. And then In the Lap of the Gods Revisited, and it's the first big sing-along, a proto precursor to, you know, We Are the Champions, and you know, and We Will Rock You, and those sing-along ones that the band went on to do. And it's all there. It's all there, and the album is 39 minutes and 9 seconds long. And this goes back to my thing about good albums are between, what did I say, 37 and 43 minutes long, and this one comes straight down the fucking line. Bammo! Perfect. And like I say, 1974. In that year, they'd already released Queen 2 in the early part of 74, and then you get another album. 2 strong albums in 1 year. What band could do that? What band? And then Night at the Opera following up. And it's like, what a run of albums. What a run of albums. And it's just, you know, it's all there. It's all there for you, you know. It's all there for you. And it's, again, I mean, I wouldn't say it was one of their lesser albums. I think because it comes before. It's like, you know, it comes before Night at the Opera and A Day at the Race. Again, Sheer Heart Attack and A Day at the Races are kind of uneasy bedfellows, because you've got Night at the Opera in the middle, and they've got to sit at either side of this opus, and so they're kind of in the shadow of that record. And listen to it today, I just remembered, you know what how it made me feel at the time. It was like, yeah, what a great record, all this variety, what more could you want? This variety, boom 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 boom, you know. And it made me feel young again. It made me feel young. And again, if Freddie's out there, if he's watching these in the great YouTube video monitor in the sky, it could happen. It could be a thing. We are all energy, aren't we? We're all energy, so energy transfers. So this is energy too. So maybe he might be picking it up. He might be on his cloud picking it up. It could happen, if you believe that kind of thing. I don't know. We're all worm food, but if he's out there, I want to say thank you, because, you know, and hearing Brian May's guitar, that's why I do that sustained guitar sound. And it's like, you know, it's not being Fripp, it's being Brian May, because that's what I wanted to be. That's who I wanted to be back in the day, you know. That's who, you know, that's who one of my early guitar inspirations was. And hearing this again was just, you know, I loved it, you know. So you get like narrative songs like Brighton Rock, you know, Graham Greene's novel, and of course the film with Dickie Attenborough in. Oh, that's a good one. Good one. And what's his name's in that, isn't he? William Hartnell was in Brighton Rock. Doctor Who. See, draw it all in. Draw it all in. Brighton Rock, Queen, yeah, Doctor Who. I can do this. I can do this. But yeah, it's a really cool album. If you've never heard it, go and listen to it. If you like progressive rock, you probably hate it, but there are some proggy bits in it. This is the thing, you know. Brighton Rock's a bit proggy. The big, loud stuff. Oh, it's just you know. And there is a concept, you know, with the Lily of the Valley and those tracks. There is a narrative running through the songs, you know, with the mystical land of Rye, which old Freddie made up with his sister, and he put it down to music. Those were good. So anyway, I think I've said enough. In terms of a rating, I'm going to give this. You see, I want to give it 5. I want to give it 5 because I just want to, because I'm feeling really bloody generous. I am. So I'm going to give this 5 misfires out of 5. That's 5 misfires. Don't you misfire out of 5. There you go. And thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. My name's been Darren Lock. Of course, I've been talking about Sheer Heart Attack by Queen. And again, this is to celebrate what would have been Freddie Mercury's 70th birthday. And yeah, thanks again for watching. There's only one more thing to say, and you know, by Jiminy, you know what that is. And that is Prog on!